Hello everyone, this is Janani. In today's video, we would be discussing a problem known as average marks. So, this is the problem statement. You are given a list of strings where each string is going to represent the student's name followed by comma separated marks. So, your task is to create a dictionary in which the keys of the dictionary would be the names of the students and the value of the dictionary, that is the value of the key, would be the average marks scored by the student across the subjects. For example, if this is the score of Alice, that is 85, 90, 92, then Alice should be the key of the dictionary and the value corresponding to Alice should be the average of the marks, that is 85, 90, 92. The average of 85, 90, 92 is going to be 89. So, the value for Alice would be 89. Similarly, the values for Bob and Charlie can be populated. So, now we have to accept the input. The input format is as follows. The first line will contain the number of students whose data is going to be provided. Here, if we take the input say as 3, then we can accept 3 lines of input after that. Now, all the marks are going to be integers and the list of the marks for each student will have at least 1 mark. Round the average marks to 2 decimal places. So, we have to use a round function here to round the marks of the student to 2 decimal places. The last condition is you can assume that there are no duplicate student names in the input list. Now, let us start coding this question. So, n equals to int of input. So, this n is going to indicate the number of lines which we have to take as input. So, for I in range of n, so for I in range of n, we have to take those many number of lines as input. So, we will take this input in comma separated form because the input is in this format, that is each and every value is being separated by comma. So, the input can be taken in this way: student equals to input dot split. The delimiter which we should use here is going to be comma. So, basically the student is going to be a list which is going to contain the values, that is the name of the student and the marks which is scored by the student. After doing this, we have to store the name of the student in a variable say name. So, name equals to, so the name of the student would be present in the first index, that is in the 0th index of the student list. So, student of 0. Now, we have to compute the average marks for this student. So, this can be done by average marks equals to sum of student of 1 colon. The reason why we are doing 1 colon here is that the 0th index is going to contain the name and the rest of the values after the 0th index is going to contain the marks. But what error which we would get after doing this is that the values are not in the form of integer. So, first we have to convert the marks in the integer format and then do the same thing. So, this can be done by creating another list for marks. Marks equals to int of mark for mark in student of 1 colon. So, now the marks of the students are being converted from string data type to integer data type in this following line. After doing this, we can just do sum of marks instead of sum of student of 1 colon. So, sum of marks would store the value of the, so sum of marks is going to store the summed value of the marks. We have to divide it with the length of the marks list by len of marks. The next condition which we were given is that round the average marks to 2 decimal places. So, we will use the round function here, round off this average marks to 2 decimal places. After doing this, we have to populate these values into a dictionary. So, we should have created a dictionary. Let us create a dictionary named student dict and initialize it as an empty dictionary. To this student dict of the name is going to be the average marks. Now we have populated the values for the corresponding keys in the dictionary. Now let us try printing the dictionary. Student date. So let me give the first input as 3, the rest of the inputs is going to be the same. We will copy it line by line. As we can see, we obtain the values Alice 89.0, Bob 80.67, Charlie 90.0, which is the same as that of the expected output. Thank you.